What it do, YouTube? It's your boy Ty Scooty back with another reaction video, and today we got a crazy one. Law & Crime Network again. She reported her roommate missing, then police learned about the chainsaw. This is a video dropped 1 day ago. If y'all want to go check out the channel, check out Law & Crime Network. And without no further ado, let's get into it.
27th, 2022, at an apartment complex in Orlando, Florida, where a woman reports that her roommate has been missing since Christmas.
Hello. Hello, baby.
Hello. Hello. Hi, baby.
Police meet their caller, seen here, and identify her as 39-year-old Giselle Victoria Gonzalez, who told police she hasn't seen or heard from her roommate, Rooney Liady Medina Pacheco, for days. Investigators also learned the missing woman's son had not heard from her either, which, according to an arrest report, was highly unusual for the family.
You run away?
Due to the circumstances, Giselle successfully filed Rooney as a missing person, but 1 week later, investigators questioned Giselle again. An arrest affidavit shows Giselle told investigators she last spoke to Rooney on Christmas Eve and had heard her talking on the phone on Christmas morning before leaving her room around 1 p.m. when she says she noticed her roommate was gone. Giselle also said the pair, both from the Dominican Republic, had gotten into a heated argument a week prior to Rooney's disappearance. The fight was allegedly over $3,000 of Rooney's money, but suddenly went missing while the roommates were preparing to send packages to the Dominican Republic. One of Rooney's co-workers would later tell detectives that Rooney believed Giselle had taken the money and threatened to call police. As the investigation continued, detectives noted that Rooney's employer and her family had still not heard from her, and her passport had not been used. Rooney's mother also told detectives she called her daughter on Christmas Day when she said an unknown female answered, quote, in an aggressive manner, saying Rooney could not come to the phone, before hanging up. Investigators would later track Rooney's cell phone movements, which they said matched with Giselle's location and movement, including on Christmas Day when that call was placed. But the suspicious circumstances don't end there. A day before Rooney was reported missing, investigators discovered Giselle had allegedly stopped at a Lowe's where they said surveillance footage shows her purchasing a chainsaw before heading over to a Walmart where she allegedly bought trash bags, rubber gloves, and Dawn dish soap.
Bitch, you went and bought a chainsaw after killing somebody? I mean, that's at least, you know, where she got the 3,000. You know, that's how you know she stole the bread. Oh my gosh,
that's cams on Law and Crime prove. Maybe that the world is.
I swear I scrubbed through this and I didn't see that. Oh wait, hold on.
And if you're in
23,
I was like, he's only there for one reason. He's only there for one reason. He needs that ass.
2023, when detectives decide they have plenty more to talk to Giselle about.
Have you heard anything? No.
I think you're coming home with good news.
No, I was hoping so too. So, what time do you get to work today?
Huh?
What time do you get done today? ¿A qué hora sale el trabajo hoy?
Ya casi.
Ya, ¿cómo que hora?
Ya voy a salir casi ya. Ya a las 5, 10 minutos.
Oh, okay. She said like 10 minutes. We'll wait for your time.
Okay.
Yeah, is that okay? Okay. All right. Cool. This is my partner, Elvin.
Giselle.
Giselle.
Wow.
So we get some new stuff. So I was wondering, would you come back to the station?
Tenemos información nueva en el caso, o sea, quiere saber si te puede venir para atrás, para la estación de
¿Para la
nosotros.
estación? Sí.
Sí, hablar con nosotros.
¿A qué hora? What time?
No, ahora sí puede.
No.
Si tiene tiempo ahora.
Giselle agrees to talk to detectives, who escort her to the police station.
Is that okay? All right. So we just want to go over some new things that have come out, and we're trying to figure this out. We're trying to find her still, you know. Maybe you can help us out with some of the stuff that we found. So, okay. So we looked at Rooney's phone locations, right?
Chequeamos todas las locaciones del teléfono de ella.
And if I had to, it looks almost like, well, let me put it this way. On the 26th, the phone shows at a place, okay, at about 6 o'clock in the morning, right? And it's a store, and so we went to that store and we have some video from there. What do you think we saw in that video?
¿Entendiste lo que él dijo?
Que fueron al store, a una tienda,
So the,
que yo fui, o que ella fue.
she said, I don't know, that she was there, or that Rooney was there, or they were there.
Well, I mean,
Because actually, I said, what do you think the video is going to show? And that's what she just said. She
Okay.
said, I don't know, I was there, or Rooney was there, or we were
well,
both there.
is it both? Were you with Rooney there?
I don't know. Dígame usted.
¿Estaba con Rooney ese día o no?
No,
No.
¿No estaba con ella?
no.
¿No?
But would it show? Would it show you there?
¿Ah?
¿Tú crees que el video va a enseñar que tú estabas ahí?
Posiblemente. Sí, yo fui a una tienda en la mañana.
Okay. She said she did go to a store in the morning. ¿A qué hora fuiste?
En esos días,
El 26, específicamente el 26.
en la Semoran es una ferretería.
¿Una qué?
Una ferretería.
Fretería.
Es Lowe's.
Oh, Lowe's.
Lowe's o
Sí.
Home Depot, uno de esos.
Okay. So she said she did go to a Lowe's or Home Depot, one of those, on Samurai.
Okay.
Okay.
So you remember that?
Ahora sí.
¿So te recuerdas eso?
Ujú.
Okay.
Do you remember?
Yo
What,
fui a una tienda.
do you remember what you bought at the Lowe's?
¿Te recuerdas?
¿Matas?
Pero de motor,
De motor.
Okay, so she said she bought a machine that has a motor to cut like trees and plants and stuff.
Do you remember going anywhere else now that we're
Huh?
asking? Do you remember going anywhere else now that we're asking? Like before work? Did you go anywhere else?
No.
No.
So dijiste,
Did she go to Walmart on the 26th?
fuiste a Walmart el día 26.
Sí.
For what?
Okay.
¿A qué hora? Sí, antes de entrar a trabajar creo que sí fui a Walmart.
She said
Pero
she thinks she went before
no
she went to
creo
work on that Monday.
For what? What did she buy?
¿Y qué compraste en Walmart?
No llegué a comprar nada, creo.
She said she doesn't think she bought anything.
She didn't buy. So why did you go? What did you go for?
¿Qué iba a comprar? Okay. She said she went to Walmart trying to get the same thing she bought at Lowe's, the machine she
¿Cuál
bought
es
at
más
Lowe's.
barato?
But she bought it at Lowe's. Why would she go to Walmart to try and buy the thing that she just bought at Lowe's?
Well, she doesn't remember if she went to Walmart first or Lowe's
Okay.
first.
Okay. So she's saying she didn't buy. Did you buy?
She said she didn't buy anything at Walmart.
Okay.
I think yo no compré nada, creo.
Giselle eventually admits to buying the chainsaw and shopping at Walmart the day before she reported Rumi missing, when the detective reveals he knows more than he's letting on.
But you did buy something. See?
Sí.
Do you remember now?
No, ahora sí me recuerdo.
Do you remember?
Ahora
help you.
sí,
Yeah,
pa-
yeah.
es
Tell
que
me.
hace mucho.
That's okay. What'd you buy?
¿Qué compraste?
No sé, seguro
No te
algo de ahí del trabajo, no sé, plátano, qué
She
sé
said she don't
yo.
remember what she bought. She said maybe
Ese 2
plantains.
meses y algo.
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, here, let me ask you this question, okay? Because obviously now something's a little off, right? I want to go back to this phone thing because I think we're missing something. You would agree, right? If Rooney's phone is in one place and here you are, and she's not there, what does that mean?
I don't know.
¿Entiendes lo que
What do you
dice?
think it means?
¿Ella tiene llave para su carro?
No.
Okay. So she's saying maybe she left it in her car because she always leaves her car unlocked. So I asked her, does Rooney have keys to her car? She said, no,
Always
she
mi
always
carro
leaves
está
it
unlocked.
unlocked. I said, but to drive it, do you need keys? She said, yeah. But Rooney doesn't have a key to drive it.
Right? If you had her phone.
I don't
okay.
have the phone.
No, not now. Listen to me. I'm not. Please understand. I'm just trying to understand. If you grabbed her phone, it's okay. We just need to know because that's the only thing that makes sense right now is how did you get her phone? And I'm trying to understand that. So something happened that you got her phone. Would you agree?
Yeah.
¿Entiendes lo que dice?
So let's be real. You had her phone that night. Somebody answered it at the house. That's how somebody answered it. Was it you or who was it that answered the phone? Somebody did.
I don't know.
We know that though. You know what I'm saying? Who? Listen, it's okay. Who was it? We just need to know who
I
answered.
don't know.
You had the phone the whole night though, right?
In my
Go ahead.
She fucking. Hey, this bitch. Hey, hold on. This bitch speaking English now. I thought I was tweaking. I was like, wait a minute. You know how like sometimes when you watch an anime for a long ass time, it's almost like you're just tapped into whatever language they speak in until I realized there's no subtitles, and I'm like, wait, the translator not even talking no more. The bitch speaking English. She's been lying this whole time. I know say. Bitch, you know what you're saying. What are you talking about?
It was in your purse. Okay. Okay. How did it wind up in your purse?
She put en la cartera.
She put it in there? Why would she do that?
And
So you're saying she left before? So, okay. So make sure I understand. I just want to make sure I don't want to miss anything. 'Cause
okay.
she comes over there to talk to you. Rooney comes over to talk to you about this money, right?
Nah, that's why, y'all, anytime you talking to someone and they're acting like they don't speak English, they dead might just not want to talk to you. Damn. And they'll smile like this, too. They'll have the friendliest smile, but you know they don't want to talk to you because you catch them off guard by asking, like, a simple question like, yeah. You're like, oh. yeah, nigga, you're caught. GG's.
And she's upset about this money. She comes to your house to talk about the money. And she doesn't talk about the money with you. She just leaves.
We don't talk.
Right. So the whole point of her coming over there is to talk to you about the money, but that didn't happen.
We
Right.
don't talk.
And then you thought but see, you told me that the phone might be in the car, but the whole time you knew it was in your purse. Right. So you
Thank you, bro.
You don't understand what I'm saying? Like, so now you're saying she put it in there? Then it just doesn't make any sense. She put it in
Checkpoint.
She put it in your purse and then she left? Does that make a lot of sense to you? That doesn't make any sense. No.
Okay, so she's saying when she woke up on the 25th, Rooney wasn't there, but the phone was, and it was on the table. And so she physically put it in her purse.
This is really important because, you know, this whole time we've been asking you to try and help us find Rooney, right? And you know that phone would have gone a long way to helping us find her. Then why wouldn't you just tell us about the phone when we talk to you?
So, ¿por qué cuando ellos hablaron contigo no le dijiste del teléfono?
No sé.
Doesn't make a lot of sense, does it?
No tiene sentido, ¿verdad?
No.
It would almost seem like you're hiding something. Well, why would Rooney think that you took her money?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I hate, bruh, picking and choosing what words she wants to understand depending on what's the question. You know what I mean? Like, that shit pisses me off, bro. Like, the second she needs, like, more than a couple seconds to decide what she's gonna say, she looks at the translator like she needs him to fucking say that shit. Like, no, we know you know what he's talking about.
¿Quién la va a abrir?
Sí. She said she doesn't believe that there was any money. She said if we listen to the conversation she had with her on Saturday, they weren't arguing. They were talking calmly to each other. Rooney was telling her that she was depressed, hadn't eaten in 2 days. And she said that the box was already sealed, and the company sealed it when they got there too. So she's like, there's...
Moments later, another investigator steps in to chat with Giselle before her story starts to unravel.
So what happened with that money? Did you spend it on electric bill? Is there any way to recover any of that money? And if not, it's okay, but I just need to know so we know you're telling the truth about it. Does that make sense?
Get her cut.
Entendí la mayor parte.
¿Entiendes?
So talk
Porque
to
eso
me.
es insignificante. Vuelta o lo que
Sí.
pasó. ¿Ah?
Pretendía pagar de vuelta.
Pretendía pagar de
Yeah.
vuelta. She did pretend to pay it back.
Okay. All right. So talk to me. What happened? Tell me about the day, so that way I could clear it up for you, and then we could go forward from here.
Tenía que pagar renta.
I had to
y
pay
no había
rent.
And that's understandable. I get it. It's a
Ella
lot.
entiende completamente.
Didn't they just raise the rates in Orlando? Like it's crazy right now. What happened to your hands?
Me quemé
She burned it.
When?
Cuando?
en el trabajo.
At
Cuando?
work?
So I want to take a step back about the phone and find out what she did to the phone. 'Cause she admitted to taking the phone.
Yeah.
So there was no reason for her to take the phone, but yet she took the phone.
Yeah.
What did she do with it? Or I put it back in the house. There was no reason to take it, but you took it, but there was no reason to leave it and you left it.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Why would you take it in the first place if you're going to leave it right behind afterward?
Yeah.
If you're expecting her to call.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't. No tiene sentido. He said,
Okay.
si tú lo llevaste cuando no tenía que llevar, ¿por qué lo va a dejar cuando no tiene
He
que
said,
dejar?
I'll say it how you
Porque si
can
por acaso
understand
ella te va a
it.
llamar todavía. Ahora más
Fuck the
tiempo todavía
translation,
pasado.
nigga.
Entonces es más importante tener ese celular si por acaso ella llama. Entonces, ahora es la hora de explicar a mí.
Nigga, that's why I'm saying, bro, we gonna learn how to be fluent in Spanish in the next, like, few months, bro. Does that shit not sound like he's in a fucking telenovela? Like, I'm not trying to, like, diss the seriousness of the issue, but, like, that shit... Okay, nigga, it sounds way better than just like some random nigga just. Yo, I just banged on my shit and then like the camera moved. My bad, yo. All right, bro, Mystical, appreciate it.
Me. Si tú lo votaste.
Sí lo voté.
Lo votaste.
Sí.
Okay, she threw it out.
Porque después ya comenzaron a su hija me estaba amenazando.
Her daughter was threatening her, so she threw it out.
Yeah, I would be worried.
Eso tiene sentido. Por eso te estoy preguntando. El grandote de condominio. She threw it in the dumpster.
I'm gonna ask you this, okay? Because I don't want you to dig a hole with us because we're not the detectives, okay? Is there any way, any chance you still have the phone at all?
¿Alguna chance que por acaso tú tienes celular o sabes dónde podemos encontrar el
Te lo
celular?
juro que no lo tengo.
Because if you're nervous, hold on.
She threw it out. She's like,
All
I don't
right,
have it.
I just want to make sure because you're like,
Ellos
oh
solamente quieren
crap,
tener
I have the
certeza.
phone and now I can't say it because I told the detective I didn't have the phone. I just want to make sure because I don't want the detective to find the phone anywhere near your house, your person, anything of that nature.
¿Qué basura? ¿Cuál fue del condominio?
Lo mandé en una caja
¿Tú le enviaste una caja? ¿Para qué? ¿Para dónde?
para Santo Domingo.
She sent it in a box to Santo Domingo. She didn't even throw it out. She told her sister that it was for a person and not to use it.
Giselle's story about Rooney's phone changes multiple times before she admits to sending it to the Dominican Republic after also admitting to taking the money, another major difference in her initial claims.
Esta es la hora.
No me atacó.
Entonces, ¿qué pasó?
No peleamos.
¿Qué pasó con ella?
No sé. Ella salió enojada.
What happened? Because I missed all this.
She left upset.
She left upset. How did you? What was the conversation? Walk me
Ya
through.
yo le
You
dije
wake
ya.
up.
She told me.
Because you're being honest now, right?
Ya yo te dije, yo no voy a repetir lo mismo.
She's not gonna repeat it.
Okay, so tell me what happened. So you can understand, right?
Rooney was apparently approached her at the door. She would not open her bedroom door. And
You
Rooney,
wouldn't open the door, right?
And
Okay. What
Rooney-
time was this?
Around 11 o'clock.
Okay.
And Rooney kept questioning her about her money and the fact that she wanted her money, and she told her she would get her the money, but
Okay.
that she didn't want to talk about it.
Okay.
And then after that, according to her, sometime after that, Rooney just left the house. That's why she was saying upset.
Okay.
And that's why, remember in the beginning, I questioned her. Hold on, you never talked to her, but you know that she left upset.
Yeah. No, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then that's when I brought up, hey, listen, she's not going to just leave her phone. She's going to come back for her phone.
Yeah.
Right?
Totally.
So I'm just playing this out, right? Giselle, I want to talk to you. Open the door. Came here. Come out here. No, I don't want to talk to you. We'll talk through the door. Okay, well, where's my money, Giselle? Where'd you put it? I don't want to talk about it right now, okay? Do you see how this conversation's going? Right now, Giselle, this doesn't make any sense. I'm going to be opening the door.
Yo voy a forzar esa puerta abierta.
I'm going to be opening the
Yo
door.
quiero mi plata y yo voy a forzar esa puerta abierta.
Hey, I told you I don't want to talk about this right now, right?
Yeah.
That's what I'm going to be doing. I'm getting upset because she's still knocking, banging on my door.
Ella no va a parar de pegar esa puerta porque ella quiere hablar contigo, te va a confrontar, se puso nerviosa y tú abriste la puerta para, mira, párate con esa bobada, yo te voy a coger tu plata.
On the flip side, Rooney's over
O
here.
ella trató de coger
Let
esa
me
puerta porque de
in.
verdad
I
la
want to
puerta,
talk to
la
you
puerta
about
se
this
rompe
money.
fácil. La puerta,
Right?
esa puerta con un poquito de fuerza se abre.
She has her phone on her. She's not just going to leave, put her phone down, walk out.
Okay, me pregunta ella, ¿me va a poner una máquina o ella va a estar...
If you're going to put her in the machine or what you're going to keep doing.
This doesn't make sense to me.
Me pregunta ya.
I don't have to
Ella
put you on a machine to tell you that this
que
isn't
me
the
haga la
honest
pregunta, me tiene que
truth.
hacer ya, porque repetir lo mismo, ella viene y repite lo
Giselle,
mismo, repite lo mismo.
I could repeat. We're having you repeat this over and over again because you haven't been truthful from us from the very get-go.
Eso me estresa que me estén repitiendo la misma
It's
cosa.
stressful because you've been lying.
Desde el principio, tú has mentido.
Pero pero ya te dije. O sea, no entiendo.
You haven't been honest with us from the get-go.
Tú no eres una persona de confrontar, tú no eres una persona de estresar. Me dijo.
I don't need to hook you up to a lie detector machine for you to tell me that you haven't been telling me the complete truth.
¿Sabe qué pasó este día?
In light of Giselle's statements, a search warrant for her cell phone and apartment is granted.
Si hay una orden.
Orlando Police, anyone in the apartment? Orlando Police, anyone in the apartment? Orlando Police, is anyone in the apartment?
¿Qué es lo que pasa? No entiendo.
An arrest affidavit shows that Giselle allegedly made multiple alarming searches around the time of Rumi's disappearance, including which side of the body the aorta is on, and what do they do with the trash in Orlando. Furthermore, investigators said dried blood was found strewn throughout the apartment that was later confirmed to be Rumi's. A blood expert would also later classify some of the spatter as cast-off stains resulting from a swinging object. Despite Giselle's conflicting statements and evidence found on her cell phone and in her apartment, the 39-year-old is let go, while Rooney remains missing. Nearly 2 years pass before detectives track down Giselle once again, this time nearly 1,200 miles.
They let her go. Bro, this is another one of those situations, like, I'm not trying to, like, say it always, but, like, come on, if this was a nigga, they would not have let him go. What do you mean they let her go? They did investigated her and they caught her lying multiple times. They had fucking video proof of her going buying a chainsaw, plastic bags. Oh my gosh, this shit's
miles away in Hartford, Connecticut.
Hi, ma'am. Is it Giselle, right? Okay. So I'm Detective Noel. Okay. I have a couple of detectives here with me from Orlando. Okay.
How are you?
Good.
So I have a search warrant to take your DNA.
Okay.
Okay, but we have to do it at the police department.
Okay, I have to go now?
Yes.
Hi. Yes. We have to go now?
Yes, we have to go now, yes.
I have to go in the car or I go with you or?
You can drive
Follow
us, but
you?
you got to follow us and stay with us, okay? So
Okay.
what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull in front of you. Detective Thomas is going to stay behind you, and we'll all go together. Okay? But just do me a favor, make sure you follow us, okay?
I follow
Okay,
you.
all right. And when we get to the police department,
Okay.
Yeah.
we're going to explain everything to you, okay? All right, do you want to...
¿Quieres venir conmigo?
Giselle is escorted to a police station, where this time, detectives have even more to talk to her about.
You told a couple people you had a fight, right? We talked to some neighbors upstairs. We got a lot of stuff to indicate there was a fight there. You guys had a fight. That's okay. You can have a fight with somebody.
Yeah, everybody fight.
Sure. So who hit? So like, who put hands on who first? Did she get at you first? Did she come at you?
Yes.
Okay. What did she do to you? She hit you?
She, galleta, una galleta.
Okay, so inicialmente tú estabas en el cuarto cuando llegó, ¿correcto? Sí, pero so I was asking her at what point did she come out of the room? Because initially she told us you were talking to her to the door, and then at what point did you come out? Because she said that she smacked us. I said, what point did you come out?
That's fine.
And then,
Well, just tell us what happened. Just tell us she hit her. Where did she hit her? And just tell us what happened. Walk us through. She hit her. We'll get to the when she came in the room. Fine, that's
So-
later. But she hit her.
¿te dio
need
y
to
qué
know.
pasó?
Ay, no recuerdo ya. Yo trato como de bloquear como todas esas cosas, o sea.
So she's saying, she's like, I'm not an aggressive person unless you push me there.
Sure.
And I was like, yeah, that's
why
normal.
we're asking you,
Eso es normal.
right?
So
That's
si ella
normal.
vino allá a tu casa enfogonada por el dinero.
Ya, no sé más.
Okay, so she's saying, yeah, they fought, and then after the fight, she left, and she left her phone in the apartment. Okay, so she's saying that they were punching each other, hitting each other. I asked her, did anybody pick up anything? She said that Rooney hit her with a purse. She was swinging her purse, and it was very heavy. I said, well, did you pick up anything? She said, no, I didn't pick up anything.
Now, Giselle admits the pair did come to blows, a direct contrast of her 2022 claim.
So actually, I said,
Okay,
what
yeah.
stopped the fight? She's like, she didn't remember. She was like, we just stopped. I was like, well, what happened? Did she go to her room? Where did she go after the fight finished? Did she leave right away? She said no. She was like, I went to my room, and then I said, well, where did she stay at? She was like, she stayed in the living room. She's like, I think she went to her room and maybe the bathroom, and then she left, and she left the phone in the house.
Right. So she left. And the phone's there. Right. Tell me about the cameras that you had in your apartment at the time that happened. Where did they go after that? You had cameras in the apartment.
Yeah,
And they weren't just in your bedroom, they were in the living room.
In my bedroom.
And you had one in the living room.
No, yeah, I sent to my sister.
So you had those cameras there, right? And you sent them to the DR?
Sí, my sister. Not my sister, to my mom. And the box.
Same box with the chainsaw?
There?
Same box with the chainsaw?
La misma caja con el cortador que compraste.
No, porque el otro era para allá, para la otra casa.
¿Qué otra casa?
Donde mi abuela vivía.
De tu tío. But she said no, that was in a different box. So that was
to your grandma's house?
Yeah, to the grandma's house.
Okay.
So she's trying to say the cameras weren't working, and I'm asking. I said the cameras are working very well. I said because it recorded before and it recorded after. I said it even recorded the day you shipped the cameras out.
Yeah.
I said, it was you were on the couch on the 27th.
Yeah.
I said so. A, why wouldn't you have told us about the cameras and you just shipped them out? I said, and why is the day of the fight the only day missing on the cameras? And she's like, oh, she kept kind of saying that the cameras weren't working right. I was like, no, they're working very good. It has a lot of recording on it.
I'll show her.
I said, but it doesn't have that day. She's like, well, it has a memory card, right? I was like, yeah, it does. I said, and it recorded before and after.
Right.
So she's like, oh, well, I don't remember.
Investigators said they tracked down the missing cameras and reviewed the SD cards, revealing a day of footage missing, conveniently covering the time period of the alleged fight.
Truth doesn't change.
La verdad no cambia.
But when you tell things that aren't true, you have to remember what you said.
Pero cuando empiezo a hablar mentira,
Let me
tienes
ask
que
you this
recordarte de la mentira.
Sure, you didn't tell us about the phone. What you told us when we sat and talked to you and you raised your hand and swore to tell the truth wasn't true. Okay? However, you also told one of the chefs from Made in Puerto Rico, in a text message, to call her phone. And that's a couple days after. So you knew you had her phone then. You knew you had her phone. See, the thing is, you knew you had her phone that night on Christmas Day because you answered it, remember? We already discussed this, didn't we? At 9 o'clock at night, when her mom called, you answered her phone. You remember telling us that.
Have you ever heard that blood doesn't go away, like no matter how much you clean it or what you, to the naked eye, it's gonna look like it disappears, like, but it doesn't disappear. She's like, yeah, well, to the naked eye, yeah, it looks like it'll disappear. ¿Quién te ayudó a limpiar?
Nadie.
¿Tú limpiaste toda esa sangre sola?
Sí.
So I asked her who up to clean. She said, nobody. I said, so you cleaned all that blood by yourself? She said, yeah. So I said, oh, this is blood. I said, this is against the wall. I said, so you had to physically move that to clean that. She's like, oh, yeah, we were fighting everywhere. I was like, yeah, but I said, this is only what was left after cleaning. I said, so do you don't think that's a lot of blood for somebody? That's a serious injury? She was like, yeah, serious cut.
Cut. Giselle, you don't forget a fight like this.
So that's what I was telling her. I said, all this blood is not something you forget about.
No.
I said, you said you weren't bleeding a lot. You said she wasn't bleeding a lot. I said, but all this blood, you're going to remember where that blood came from. I said, if you cleaned up all this blood, you're going to specifically remember that blood. I said, you want to forget. I said, but you didn't forget. You know.
Nosebleeds don't cause this kind of blood. They don't.
Sangrado de la nariz no causa toda esa sangre.
Look at this. This is your bedroom door.
Y aquí fue que empezó.
Yeah.
Aquí
Look at
empezó.
cleaning. See?
Ahí fue que empezó la pelea.
Look at
No sé,
whose blood is this?
No te sé decir cuál de las dos.
Huh?
No
She said, I
sé,
don't know
no
which
sé
of
de
the
las
two.
dos.
Of the between the two?
She said she don't know which of the two that would be.
I'll tell you, we did testing on it. It's Rooney's.
Ya lo mandaron.
Rooney's.
Ya lo probaron.
¿Ese es de Rooney?
Es de la sangre de Rooney.
Where's that?
¿Qué parte de la casa es eso?
Esa es la entrada.
¿Y qué es esto?
Arriba,
El techo.
el techo.
The ceiling, she said.
On the ceiling.
No.
We were fighting everywhere. I was like, me and you can go blow for blow right now. I can give you the hardest punch in the world, and your blood's not going to fly up to the ceiling.
Bueno, pues
I said, that's not a normal place for blood to go flying.
pues hazme la prueba a ver cuál de las dos es. O sea,
Ya
pero-
sabemos de quién es la sangre.
Oh,
Es de Rooney.
ya. Pues.
Confronted with photos of the scene and the
It is like, you think that talking to detectives that have talked with, all the forensic blood splatter analysis, right? Forensic scientists, Dexter niggas, you know what I mean? They know what the fuck happened, and you think that you're gonna be like, not that much blood. No, if they can tell that there's like a life threatening amount of blood loss around the whole area that this fight happened, they know some more shit went down.
Cleanup attempt, Giselle sticks to her story of not knowing where Rooney is. But next, detectives reveal even more disturbing details.
I talked to her mother, where the boxes went to, and two of her uncles, and nobody got a chainsaw. There was no chainsaws in that box. She's not allowed to send chainsaws in that box. We checked with the shipping company.
Tu hermana y dos tíos tuyos. Y hablamos con la compañía y no
No, porque
mandan.
yo no digo, no se dice que tú pones en la caja.
Golly.
Porque después te cobran impuestos.
What she said?
Because I told her, I said, the shipping company don't allow you shipping. She said, oh, you don't tell them what's in it because then they're charging.
No, see, but they open them all in customs down there. And
lo abren allá cuando llega.
We checked on that.
Sí, después te cobran.
Abren la caja.
Pero el generador tiene que estar allá.
No, tell her we checked on that. Remember? We talked to the lady. You were with me. Lady said they open all the boxes when they get to the DR for customs.
Pero sí, el
So she's trying to say that at customs they steal stuff, is what she's trying to say. And that's why it never got to her mom's house.
Te voy a decir algo.
This sounds like someone nervous doesn't lie.
Why did you search what happens to the trash?
¿Por qué buscaste qué pasa con la basura?
Ay, no sé.
Because I don't know.
You don't know? Does that make any sense to you? Like, what was your fascination with what happens to the trash in the United States of America and trash in Orlando? Like, all of a sudden, out of nowhere. The same day they decided to be charitable to an uncle that you never even talked to him by a chainsaw. For?
Yo creo que fue en el trabajo que... No sé, quizás estábamos hablando algo.
She just said because maybe she
No
looked it up from work.
Because why?
She maybe looked it up because of work.
What does that have to do with
recuerdo.
anything?
Ahí donde yo trabajaba, no sé.
This time, Giselle isn't able to talk her way out of it and is booked for second-degree murder, tampering with physical evidence, and grand theft. Court records show she pleaded not guilty to the charges and is expected back in court this winter. At last check, Rooney remains missing.
Okay.
This shit makes no sense too.
You speak English?
Español, muy poquito.
Okay. It's
Este
okay.
es mi número de teléfono, ¿puedo tenerlo?
They'll write it down, they'll escriban.
¿Me lo guarda? Porque yo no, esto solo no...
Sí, te lo guardan. Y te lo
Cuando
escriban.
necesito, ajá.
Oh, where's Contreras? I need more Spanish fluent speaking here.
And you know, the craziest part is they really, I'm surprised because in a lot of cases they charge them times 10, 20, 30 every time they lie to him. You know what I mean? She was lying since the start. And then they caught her in the first interview, in the first interrogation. I say interview like it was a job or something. No, in the first interrogation, they caught her lying multiple times because they had already seen that she went and purchased a chainsaw, already seen that she went and got this, that, and the third. And then she was lying about how she had the phone. And I don't know, it's just crazy that she was able to actually get away and then escape all the way to, what was it, like North Carolina or something? I don't know. Regardless, YouTube, if y'all want to see more vids like that, go check out Law and Crime Network. Or if y'all want to watch more reactions from here, go check out the channel. And until next time, I'll catch y'all niggas later, y'all. Peace.